Before talking about consistency, I want to talk about something that's called the fake inconsistency. It's when we believe that we are not consistent. We are not consistent because we didn't find the thing that would make us become consistent. So we judge ourselves by being consistent. I say, one example, I changed university 4 times. So everybody used to call me, you are not consistent. You are not consistent. You can never, persist. And I believed that for a while because, I did the first university was like a computer, and then I left. And then I did tourism, I left. Then I started doing theater, I left. Then I did Idrot. I complete Idrot, but I left also. I could not be consistent until I found something that I love. So this is interesting for us to understand that, when you actually connect with something that you love, consistency will come in a flow. Of course, you will need to, of course, you will need to work yourself. Of course, you will have to, train your intelligence, your mind to keep going forward. For example, to do this that we are doing here today with you all, every month, it's hard, what I'm saying? I have to have the plan to produce this for you. I'm in my purpose road, but anyway, it will take emotional intelligence to keep going. The only thing I'm saying is like, don't judge yourself by being consistent if you didn't find the thing you love, because there you cannot be consistent. That's something that sometimes we forget, okay? So by finding the things you love, the things you have interest, for example, Hamad talk about the book.
I do books. So this is something that I love to do. And like, I'm consistent with it, and I show up every day.
He said, I show up every day for the books. Probably it's something that you love to do, right? Yeah. So it's like you see the words that we say when we align with what we love are different. He said, I show up every day because he loved doing that. That's something related. So the consistency comes a lot easier when we are in that path.
Sometimes it's easier to be consistent towards certainty because you will make a certain kind of amount of money. Like, I'm consistent to the work, like either if you hate or love it, but you're going to make that paycheck. So it makes it easier. If the result is unknown, then it's like harder to be consistent. I was just thinking about sometimes I'm good at it. I know how to do it. I know how to get the results. So that's why I'm consistent towards it.
This kind of consistency, you will probably not be fulfilled. First, you connect with your purpose. Second, after you connect with your purpose, you start taking consistent action, live life based on the things you love. And after you take action, you will get punched and you will need to have consistency. And that's where the emotional intelligence need to be really, really applied. That is something I call like the road of almost done. Let's say that you are connected to your purpose now, and then you decide to open your business, okay? You said, I'm going to open my business. I'm connected with my purpose. And then you open your business. Now you have your business cards. You are feeling really great. Now I have my business. And then you do your homepage, and then you post something on internet, okay? And the first post you do, a lot of people like the comments, they support you. Your mom, your dad, everybody, your friends are like, oh, you're so dukti. That's great. Let's go, keep going. And then you are really pumped with that. But then you continue, and then you do another post, and post number 4 that you do on Instagram. Now you don't have 100 likes and comments. Now you have only 40. And you do one more, and now you have only 30. And then you do one more. And then people start thinking, fuck, they are becoming consistent. You're being too consistent. And when you start being too consistent, sometimes, you touch other persons that would wish to have that consistency that you're having, And then what happens is like people start not giving you attention. Family members do that a lot also, and you start losing that attention. But now you did two things from our triad, okay? You got a purpose and you start taking action. And now your action start being doubt, you know, because people are not giving you the attention anymore. Now people are not liking what you're doing. You know, I always say that every time you start something, you have a beginner's luck, you know. That's almost a rule. You do that, somebody buy your product. You're like, shit, I'm gonna be, you know, doing that forever. But that's a beginner's luck. After past the beginner's luck, what happened? You lose that attention. People start not giving you anymore, and you start doubting yourself. Okay. Then we start like, oh, I don't think I deserve that. I don't think I'm not good enough. This is not for me. And that's where consistency should be applied. That's where consistency coming in, because this will happen with everything we do. You know, I'm just giving one example about business, but can be, I don't know, maybe Thiago, you're going to start teaching salsa, man. I don't know. You come, you put the post, all your friends be like, oh, Thiago, oh, that's nice, you know, but then nobody appears in your class. Like one person appeared there or two persons, and you'll be like, shit, I'm not good. And, you know, our ego gets hurt, and then we stop going forward because we start doubting yourself. And that is the point consistency should be applied. You know, I have a client that one day asked me, you know, I have this business for 3 years, but I'm giving up because I'm not selling. You know, I'm not selling. I wanna keep going forward. And then I asked her, you know, but how long have you been having a normal job? And then she said, yeah, I've been working a normal work for 20 years. And then I said, okay, so this means that every month, 23 of the month, the check was coming in your account, right? Yeah, then I told her, yeah, you're addicted to the paycheck. You know what I mean? She was addicted to the paycheck because your brain knows that, okay, my money's finishing, but soon it's coming, that money. So you create an addiction for that money that will come. That's okay, that's great. But if you want to have a business, it's different. So I told her, you know, you need to be consistent until chemically also your body will get used to the uncertainty of not making that money or the same amount. You need to be really flexible and creative to create a new system inside of your body, because, you know, your body knows that money will come and you can, you know, buy your, you know, food or drink your beer or buy your snooze, whatever you like. You know what I mean? So would you rather have 1 million now or one penny doubled each day for 30 days?
Well, then I'd rather have the million. Yeah, the million.
Yeah, the million, right?
Penny will have the compounding effect and all that. So I'm trying to do my maths. I think I'll go with the penny
Yeah.
for 30 days.
Okay, let me see here. 1 million is not growing. It's not expanding, but the pennies are expanding. That's, I think it's where you want to come. I would like the 1 million, but that it
Expanding.
grows also.
Yeah.
Expanding, like the pennies. So,
yeah.
of course, 1 million is an easy answer. 1 million.
Yeah. Okay. It's only smart people here, I can see. Is there somebody here that would say, I'm a perfectionist?
No, I don't think I'm a perfectionist. I mean, I do care a lot of what I do, and I always try to give my best. And I'm also always very conscious that you need to be flexible, you need to be able to adapt, and the things don't always go the way you want it. I think if there's a difference between doing your best and like going a little bit like maniática. So I mean, like when you just do because it has to be perfect, because it doesn't exist, of course.
Yeah.
So I think my way of looking at, but so I wouldn't say that I'm a perfectionist, but I really like doing my way.
I have been like extremely perfectionist, but like more about like caring what other people would think. Not really conscious thoughts, but now when I have improved that, I see that I was a lot like that before, and maybe still am.
How many of you have ever heard a person that say, you know, I didn't start that because I'm a perfectionist? You know, the person that says, you know, I'm a perfectionist, or think that you need to be almost perfect to start something, that's why they are not starting, they're actually, you know, bullshitters. You make it better by doing it, not what people think, I'm gonna get better and then I start. Okay, so this is something that I think it really linked with what I want to take it forward, because we need to start to be consistent. The progress might have been slow and the results invisible, but does not mean it was not working. You know, the consistency is always working. It's an invisible force that's working all the time. It's all the time, and it doesn't show the results so fast. So everything we are doing in our lives now, it's actually already generating a result. You know, the life you have now, it's already a result of some kind of consistency, some compound effect that you've been choosing in the past. So if we stop to see our life now, okay, am I, you know, fulfilled with my life now in the present moment? And if we go back, you know, we do the calculation, we'll be like, okay, shit, the life I have now is actually a compound effect of something that I've been consistent of. Many times we are being consistent really, really, really out of conscious, but it's already giving a result. Life is giving results all the time. I mean, it's not because we are not aware that the results are not happening, right? So we are already now, our present life now, it's already result. Even that we think that we are here now in the present moment to create the result, we are already living a result of something that we've been compounding. Maybe it's not exactly the way we want, but we are the result of that. So now we're thinking from now to the future. I'd like you to pick one priority. If you would choose something that could be a priority, that could take you to the direction you want to go, something that you would choose that could be a goal that you have, but that would take you to take your life closer to the place you want to be.
Like finish the master degree.
I would like to let go more of the past.
Improve like teamwork.
My personal network.
Personal network.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Close your eyes and we're gonna do a time travel, okay, together. I would like you to go to the future in your mind, you know, find where is your timeline inside of your head. We all have a timeline inside of our mind if we stop to see. And we are all different, but your timeline in your mind will point where is the future, okay? So I would like you to see the future inside of your mind's eye timeline. And I want you to experience this that you just share with us in the future, okay? Everyone needs uniqueness. So I want you, Christina, to go to the future and see you working in a team, doing the work, feeling proud of, you know, the team working, everything is going the way you imagine in the future. And see that, and see in your timeline when this is happening. Dana, when you see in your timeline that, you know, you are free from the past and totally disattached from, you know, old stories. And Aurora, when your timeline you see you having great connections to fulfill your dreams here in Sweden. So connect with this energy in the future. Seeing your timeline where, you know, when this is happening, how many years from now this is happening? How many years from now? How many months? How many weeks? When this is happening? We are results of those choices, small choices that we made that took us to this moment. Every small thing that we do that we think that doesn't have an effect has a huge effect in the long term. Let's call it the compound effect. And in the compound effect, what that can generate to our life. It's like everything extends, you know, it's kind of like you think that if you eat just one piece of cake, that will lead you to eventually start eating bigger piece of cakes, right? And eventually you'll be eating like a whole cake in a day. You know, the same thing with the training. If you do 10 push-ups every day, eventually you'll be doing 20, 30. You know, the same with the book. You read 10 minutes of a book every night. Eventually you'll be reading like a book in a week. If you understand how the compound effect works, during 17 days, 1 million was valuing more, okay? But after the day 18, the compound of that penny starts to become 1 million, and then 2 million, 5 million. Eventually, in the day 30, it became 5 million. So what's the importance of the small things we do every day? That's the thing. That's because everything compounds. So it has a study that shows that the results we do today only will show actually in the compound effect after 18 months in our life. We're not saying only about behaviors. We talk about also thoughts, you know. Which kind of thoughts are you compounding inside of you? You know, which kind of self-talk are you compounding inside of you? Which kind of behavior compounding, you know, in your family, in your body, you know, the things we say to ourselves. So the funny is that, you know, with a penny, if you would try to take out, if you would try to go out from the compound effect, you know, you would not make all that money. You would make 5 million if you would stay. That's the consistency. You have to stay, you know, I mean, you have to be consistency and keep going forward. What do you think about this that we just talked?
No, I was thinking about this, what you said about our thoughts, that maybe there is things that we don't, I used to have that thought, it doesn't matter. And then we have that thought again and again and again. And okay, how many times did I have that thought? There has been times where I say really bad things to myself. How many times do I do that? How does that affect? And how much easier do I go to that side? And especially this with the cake that became bigger, because that's like, oh yeah, that's true. Like even if you, as you said, if you do, because then 10 doesn't feel like anything anymore. And then I add 2 more, as you would say also on the other side, oh, I can add a little bit more cake. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's like more powerful than we think to stop in those small details.
The compound effect, it's working all the time, right? Even that you're thinking is not working, it's already working. It's like the compound effect works not when you are thinking, oh, now the compound effect is working. No, it's already working all the time. This is how the compound effect works. You know what I mean? If you have a behavior, for example, as you said, if you have a thought, you know, that's just say, you know, I'm not good enough, or you ate 1 piece of cake, or you just drink 1 beer today, or you see that, you know, in the graphic that it start only showing up in the month 18. You know, it's even the whole time, and in the month 18 it starts to open, and you see with the long term start really compound. You know, it starts really open. So when we are doing the things, for example, right now in our life, if we think about our life now today, you maybe think, oh, I don't see any results. Results are invisible. It seems that nothing is happening, but it's already happening. So it's really important to see that the things that we think that are not giving any results are already giving results. Stop to think, okay, shit, should I act like that? Or should I avoid thinking and doing that action that I think that's harmless in the short term?
And being conscious is consistency. We've talked about that consistency for me is living in the now, because you have to be very much aware about your thoughts, about where you're going, because you can do this consistent work, but if you don't get to like, well, I'm doing my push-ups, but I'm still eating my cakes, that will keep you in a plus minor. And I think that's actually me right now. You know, I'm doing my push-ups, but I'm eating my cakes.
I see.
And I'm like, when I don't get rewarded, like I don't get the outer reward where I get like, oh, you did this push-ups here, so where's the muscle? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I have to be more, have this more trust, give it time, and have patience, which I'm very, very known to have a lot of. But you know, I think it's all of that things that started to while talking and listening to all of us, you know. So consistency is so important. That's what I take with me. For me, consistency is living in the now, because if I want to be consistent, I have to be aware of what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I had to be consistent. Why did I have to be consistent? Yeah, because I wanted this. Oh, then you can't think in that way. So that's how for me, consistency is living in the now.
It's really true. It's not a way to be consistent if you're actually not present, because you actually should that, you know, if I drink this beer, oh shit, compound effect, in a while we'll do that. If I drink this water, in compound effect, we'll do that. We are more conscious to actually, you know, take ownership of where we want to go in life. I believe that new habits that I can implement are these and that in my daily life, so I can achieve this outcome that I share here today. We do these activities, and I know many times maybe we can even judge ourselves with our answers. You know, like, oh, I'm just saying something. You know what I mean? I'm just saying something. But the thing is, like, you're never only just saying something. You know, the work I do here, it's a lot based on, you know, neuro-linguistic programming, okay? Power of neuro-linguistic programming, it's actually creating choices, okay? So even that you may think that you're saying something, oh, I'm just saying that, but, you know, not even me believe that for real, you're already doing some work for yourself, because you're creating choices. That's what we do here. We're creating choices in your subconscious mind. It's kind of like, you know, imagine you always take the same road by bike. You know, you go from your home to the work. You go from your home to the work, and you always take the same road. One day, let's say come this friend of yours that's like more creative and say, you know, I know another road to go to the work. And then he takes you from this not new road that goes, you know, on the bushes, and you stop in the same place that you used to stop when you go by yourself only straight. This means that the other day you might continue only taking the same road you took, but now you have an option. That's what we are doing here in this work. Even that you don't believe, you start creating options in your neural pathways. You create new neural connections that maybe one day, if we will repeat, that's why I say repetition is the mother of all skills, because you start to make these neural pathways stronger, and eventually you will choose this new path. And there, how change start to happen, because you'll be repeating so much that one day you'll be like, fuck, you know, today I will actually put that habit to become a reality, and you will compound that. But if you don't do the training, that's what we do here, you cannot create a new road for your subconscious mind to choose. What was the new habits you said you will choose for yourself?
I've done this thing that every hour from 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock on the hour, I get this alarm on my watch. So even if I'm in work, everybody gets like all stressed up because everybody knows now in work that my clock is going. But I try to like drink a glass of water and take that deep breath. So I think that it's like doing stuff like that I need to detach. Like maybe I can, when the hour goes, I was thinking about like drinking that glass of water and saying something. I don't know. I release the past because it's more of an acceptance thing I need to work on, I think.
Yeah. I mean, just by saying that, and you know, by being present in this moment, you're already working. Maybe don't feel, but subconsciously you're already doing. You know, that's
it. Doesn't feel. I can promise you, does not feel. But
I know.
But yeah.
But that's like that. That's how we change. You know, change is about repetition and acting and putting the work to actually change.
No, I was thinking like that I have often take scored in results, like how much money comes into the account, how many more clients, how many more prospects, how many more projects, but I never really measure how do I feel? How does everybody feel in this moment? So I was thinking to maybe switch my measurement of, okay, like not measuring the money coming in every month, but maybe measuring like every day. How was the atmosphere today? How did everybody feel today? How did I feel today? And checking in more with people.
So let go of doing stuff that is taking your time. What I take from today's session, I would say everything you do counts, from a thought to action to everything counts. And everything you don't do also counts.
Also, yeah. Here, for me, I'm also training, I'm also practicing, I'm also not only talking, I'm actually putting in practice. Thank you for today.